Windows down, scattered clouds, smell of spring outside. Open road, you sitting close. Let's go somewhere far away. As if all I have.
So we have fish. Little bass, fish number 1. Little place, fish number 2. 3-hook flapper, ragworm, those 2. But yeah, early days yet, so we'll get the baits back out. Good afternoon. As you can see, I'm back on the pier. So I was on the pier last week and we had 3 plaice, a couple of bass and a rockling. And do you know what? It's a lovely day today, apart from the wind. It's lovely and calm. And I managed to get some ragworm and some lug, so I'm back down here basically trying to do the same as last week but add to the species list. So yeah, I'm here hoping for a turbot or a brill, and then we'd like some plaice and hopefully a ray this evening. Yeah, I'm down here with Kev. We've got loads of bait between us, so there should be plenty of fish hopefully. But one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what rigs I'm using. So the rig I was using last week, I said that I changed my rigs to smaller hooks. It's basically a 3-hook flapper. I'll just show you. I won't take the whole rig off. But it's a 3-hook flapper. And what I've done, hang on. There you go. Slightly longer snoods, but the key bit, smaller hooks. Now they're size 6 Castleman hooks. And I had all my fish on them, and a couple of bass were up to 40 centimetres last week, but they still come on the tiny hooks. So it's always worth on at least one rod having a flapper rig, getting a bait on the floor, and then having small hooks. So today I've got 2 of these rigs out. I'm set up already. It's too windy to talk earlier, so I've had to do the intro a bit later. And what I've done, I've got one rig, strips of mackerel on, 3-hook flapper like I've shown you, another rig with lugworm on, and I do have some rag in the bag I'm going to save for a bit later. And then the main rod I've got out of a ray bait. I'm being really hopeful with that one, but I've got 3 rods, so I might as well have one out of a bigger bait. And then as we come into the evening, I'll probably have one 3-hook flapper out with small worm on, and then we'll go bigger baits for the other 2 rods. But yeah, so sorry, video's going to be a bit shorter today. It's very windy, very hard to speak up there, up here, so I haven't done as much talking. But anyway, let's get fishing. So just going to look at the wind conditions and the tide. So as you can probably hear in the background, it's quite windy at the moment. But yeah, it's not too bad. Look, the main wind isn't awful today, but it's quite gusty, so it's quite uncomfortable here. But I mean, it feels a lot windier than the forecast says. But yeah, hopefully it calmed down a bit through the night. And tide times. So we got here today just after 2. And as you can see, we're going to fish the tide up a little bit, and then it's going to go down till 7 o'clock tonight. And then I'm going to get to fish the tide all the way back up again. And I think high tide's about 11 o'clock there. There you go, little small bass there. Not what we want really, but it's still early in the day really, so chuck him back in. So sorry, yeah, I haven't been speaking too much, but the wind has been pretty bad on the pier today. It's just calming down enough now, hopefully you can hear me. But we've still got one rod, 3-hook flapper with worm on, which has caught all the fish so far. There's another rod, 3-hook flapper with mackerel on, it's caught nothing. And then I do have a ray bait out, which I'm just going to leave out. That's very hopeful, that rod. But yeah, that's pretty much, I'm just going to keep on fishing like that now. We've only been here an hour or 2. But I'm going to keep fishing like that now till dark, and then I might go bigger baits, but we'll see. So there's been a few people fishing the pier, but it's been quite a lack of fish. I think Kev's just had a small bass. There's a couple of guys had a couple of plaice when we first got here today, but otherwise it's been quite quiet. But yeah, let's get baited up and carry on.
And I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine.
Bass number 3. website said they're getting bigger, but it's not. So yeah, he's taking the lug. The lug's popular at the moment. I've got ragworm out on one rig now with mackerel on the bottom hook, lug on that one, and then I've still got my ray bait out. So yeah, lug's popular today. So one thing I will show you, my new rod. I only got it last Friday, so I had it a week. Used it last week, it actually caught all my fish. But this is the Black Rock Fuser. Now, I was a bit put off by the colour to start with, but I actually quite like it in the flesh. It's lovely. And the reason this rod really appealed to me was it's twin tip. So you get a glass tip and another tip. So one's basically a light tip and one's more of a medium tip. I'm not very technical at rods, but do you know what? It's a lovely rod. So it's a 4.2 metre. I just read. I don't quite get the casting weight on it. It says on here UK casting weight to 170 grams, continental rating 250 grams. I don't know what that means. On the website it says between 100 and 200 grams, so I'm a little bit confused, but I will find out the details and then yeah, talk about it a bit more. But I really love it. Black Rock Fuser, lovely. So I got this from Tackle 914. He's also sorted me out on my bait tonight. Amazing. I've got ragworm and lugworm today. So I know the whole area is still struggling for it, so super happy with that. Not that it's doing too much at the moment, it's gone a little bit slow here, but high tide is 11 o'clock tonight and I'm going to fish it right up to then. Low tide 7 o'clock and I think that's about now. So we're going to fish the whole tide up, so I'm quite hopeful, to be honest. Early days really, I've had a few daytime fish, so I can't complain. But anyway, yeah, let's get this out there and catch some more fish on it. So one thing I loved coming down to on Boscombe Pier, you've got Ben down here. So Ben, he is Watson Lures and he always makes his own feathers, and I'll tell you what, they're top quality stuff. And he's given me a few ones to try. Sabiki's there. And there. So Watson Lures on Facebook, guys, check him out. Quality stuff. I mean, it's all hand tied. You can't, if you grab hold of this tinsel and pull it as hard as you can, it won't come off. They're good stuff. I've used them before, and I know Smash does and Glorious does as well. But yeah, check him out. If you ever come in fishing down here, he's a guy on the corner with a float out, and he's always got some on him to buy. So yeah, check him out. Okay, fish at last, but they're small. So we have one tiny bass, and the smallest place I have ever seen in my life. But he's quite cute. I quite like him. But yeah, no fish on here for a long time, so I'm glad to have a double whopper there. But lovely. It's getting back in. It's dark now, as you can see, so hopefully the fishing picks up. It's been slow, but can't complain. It's just about to come on and say how quiet it's getting, but this rod's going now. This is a ragworm, top 2 hooks, bit of mackerel on the bottom hook. Got a bite on that. I'm just going to leave it for a second. It's probably a pesky bass today. The schooly bass today have been a pain. So just as a run through, left hand rod's got double sand eel, and out as far as I can get it. This rod's got, like I just said, 2 ragworm top hooks, mackerel on the bottom. The rod behind me has lugworm on the top 2 hooks, mackerel on the bottom hook. Yeah, we've got fish on here. Let's bring this in, see what it is. I think we've got fish on the other rod as well. Oh, well, one at a time. Bloody dogfish. Didn't expect one of these tonight. Oh well, never mind. Bit excited then, but let's get him back in. Here we go, guys. Still a small fish, but one of the targets achieved. Little small-eyed ray. It's my first of the year. I've been really slacking on the rays this year. Oh, lovely. It's one of the targets I wanted today, a ray. Yeah, quite happy with that. Didn't know he was on, but he's quite small. So that's on a big double sand eel bait that was, but there you go, that's the fun now. Yeah, quite happy with him. Got another hour and a half, 2 hours of fishing left yet. Hopefully it's just going to pick up, you know. But I want one of these but bigger or a different species of ray, so I'm going to get the bait out as far as I can again. But nice. Another little bass. Quite a big hit on that one. I was a bit excited. I thought it was something a bit more exciting than that. But nah, these schooly bass, there's loads of them around up here at the moment. Oh well. So it's gone 11 now, but we've got another member fishing with me here, so we can stay a bit later, but we're only going to stay to about midnight. So last hour fishing now. I'm going to change all the baits. I've just done the double sand eel. Just going to do this lug and then the ragworm. And actually I've stuck a mackerel head over on my old spinning rod over there. So yeah, it's that last hour now. Let's see what we can put out basically. So yeah, hopefully this video is okay, and I haven't talked much in it. It's been very windy. There's been a lot of people around, so I've just been concentrating on the fishing really. But a little bit disappointed I haven't pulled out a turbot, because that's kind of what I wanted to get here, or a brill. But otherwise, it's, you know, we've had a good few fish today, so I can't complain. But yeah, I need to crack on and get these baits out, and then we'll have a chat at the end. So put a ray bait out. Just got a bigger bass. Not a bad size that one. He's about 42 centimeters, but he's going back regardless anyway. But yeah, slack linered. I was quite excited, but could be bigger, but quite happy with that. Let's get him back and give it another blast. So fortunately it's a quiet end by the looks of it. Now I've got 3 rods out. Don't think there's anything on there, but you never know here. It's got a lot of smaller fish, so there might be. But I'm going to slowly bring them in now, and then I'll say goodbye over here or when I get back to the car. But yeah, a bit of a disappointing end actually. But you know, it's been a long, slow session, but it still has a few fish over the day. I think, what, 5 different species as well, so I can't complain really. It's just good to be back out and back on YouTube. Well, given the Black Rock Fuser rod, which is my new one from last week, like I said earlier, giving that a good go today, and I really like it. I really like the casting action on it. Can whip it out there. Great bite detection on it as well, and I've got the thicker of the 2 tips. To be honest though, I don't think I'll use the thinner one. This is brilliant, nice and strong, but it's good. Good bite detection on it, so I'm quite happy with it. And now I've got my tape on it as well, so I can see it. Yeah, happy days. But I'm going to slowly bring them in, and I'll bring you back if there's some fish. Right, probably last fish. Tiny little pout. Even though small hooks generally get me things like sole, place, even had turbot and brill here, they can unfortunately bring the small pout and white in as well. But never mind, getting back in. Great live bait, but I'm not staying now. I've got to go home, so. Right, so that's it. That's all the rods brought in, so definitely no more fish tonight. Yeah, it's about 12:30, time to get home really. I've overstayed my welcome, probably. I'm going to regret it in the morning. But no, do you know what? I mean, we've had a few fish tonight, a few bass, a couple of plaice, a couple of pout, a dogfish, and a small-eyed ray. So all in all, it's not a bad session. It's been quite a long one for the amount of fish, and all the fish have been quite small. But do you know what? I'm just being fussy. I've been too spoilt in the past. So the reason why I love Boscombe Pier is it just throws up such random species all the time, where tonight I haven't really had that, but that's fine, you know. Next time it might be the session of my life, so it's a kind of venue. But now I'm happy. We've had plenty of fish. Yeah, no, can't say much more about it really. So I've been here 2 weeks in a row. I wouldn't normally like to come back again, but next weekend I'm very busy, so I might only have a couple of hours, so I might just do like a half session and come somewhere like here, just because it's quite easy to set up and go home again. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Back to proper getting videos out now, hopefully. When I can get fishing, I'll get a video out. So yeah, the videos are gonna start coming out a bit more frequent now, and time to get back into fishing properly again. So yeah, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.